Shawn, I'm going to throw it to you right out the gate. Grade Arch's first start as a University of Texas quarterback.
First ever start, and surprisingly, a full house.
Yeah.
For ULM.
I think everybody wanted to say they were there for Arch's first
That's
start.
what I think.
Well, you were.
Yeah. And
You were in that building.
What's the first time I've ever been a season ticket holder in my life? Well, other than
It's expensive, isn't it?
yeah, it's I can touch Neptune's rings from where I am, but I'm grateful to be inside. I will say a grade. I think it's a B plus, considering first start.
Yeah.
I mean, your adrenaline is flowing, and I'm still to this day don't know which camera to look at. And
Just look at the wall.
Just look at the wall. I'll
Show your good
gaze
side.
into Julian and Dennis's eyes. A B plus.
Yeah.
Because his adrenaline was clearly just, yeah.
With the
and he
bullets
was
firing.
the deep ball. He's only going to get better.
Yeah. So, and I'll give him a solid B. What I loved was that deep ball. That deep ball, I think Sark might have even said it, what we were all thinking. It's further along than what Quinn's was.
That's a great point.
At this time, because that was the whole thing. It was like, hey, why aren't they getting the deep ball? You know, when Quinn was starting out. No, it's a thing of beauty. Now, that can work against him, which that's what Sark was even saying today. We're taping this on Monday. Is like he, as a play caller, wishes, I should have given him a few more freebies to get that completion percentage up, get that rhythm going, instead of, if it's there, take it, because we found out if it's there, Arch is going to take it, because he's got the arm talent, and it showed. At least two, and then the Bolden one got called back, but I mean, he's ready to get 50 a pop. I love it. Yeah.
I think I'm going to be the lowest on you guys as far as a grade. I'm only going to give it a C plus, only because I guess if you were to compare to last week's performance against UTSA, that's what I would consider A plus, right? Factor in that it was a start that ULM had all week to prepare for him.
2 weeks.
And clearly, 2 weeks.
That's a great point, too.
Clearly, I guess you would say this for the ULM defensive coordinator, his guys weren't scared of him. That's what I kind of gathered, right, watching this
They
game.
had all
They
beaten
weren't
him in
that
high
scared.
school.
They should have been scared of the UT defense, but we'll wait on that one a little bit there.
What was that comment? And I think Danny Davis did some research. Not one of them faced Arch in high school or in Florida.
All coaches motivate differently, right?
But I will say this, though. I mean, A for, again, the deep ball, because I am just so impressed with his arm. It's just incredible. The way it's just firing. I would dare to say this comment right now. Best arm in the Manning family. Because as much as I love Peyton has even been very, self-deprecating as far as his own arm strength.
Yeah.
Eli, it was a lot of moon balls, but this is a rocket launcher out here whenever I'm watching Arch.
I was going to say, I didn't see much of
That was before my time. That might have been before your guys'
It was,
time right
believe
there.
it or not, yeah. No, and then his athleticism, which we saw in UTSA, the 67, the little shimmy. Back,
that looked like you from Round Rock High School.
It didn't. But yeah, and to your point, he gave himself a C plus. So I guess you're the winner in this game. But yeah,
the price is right.
He has it all, and it's going to be fun watching him grow. I think what was good for maybe the Eager Beaver fan base that was ready to, hey, get Quinn out of the way, this Heisman frontrunner who's got 3 years in the system, and bring in Arch. Oh yeah, this is what happens. That was a redshirt freshman playing. Yeah. He made some redshirt freshman decisions, especially on that first pick. That's the difference between. I laugh because Quinn was everything Arch was, but it was 3 years ago, and he has been in this system, and you can see the difference between a Quinn Ewers and an Arch Manning. And there's nothing against Arch. It's just he's young, and that was his first college start.
The interceptions, the first one, absolutely. I will knock him for that one because that was an abysmal decision, right?
Yeah.
Throwing into 3 defenders essentially there.
Sure.
The second one, a tip, okay, it happens. I would probably knock him more on what should have been a walk-in touchdown to Jaden Blue where he was running on that wheel route. I see stuff like that is probably where I'm going to be most critical on him. There's even a conspiratorial side of my brain that says, man, after all the talk on Arch, did Sark say, I want him to be good, but not too good,
I'll tell you what, the 2 points that we can add to that. I'm not going to criticize him on anything, and mainly because that was his first true start. You just can't.
Right.
And even the Mannings, and they're like, this is why we want you to stay 3 or 4 years.
Oh, right.
And the best tweet I saw, I forgot who compared them. Peyton at Tennessee, Archie at Ole Miss, Eli at Ole Miss, and then Arch is at Texas.
You want
their
the stats?
debuts.
I got
their
them all
debuts.
right here.
And Eli quote tweeted, "I won."
Eli far and away. I mean, 5 touchdowns. It was against Murray State, I guess ULM, Murray State, whatever, but way better than Peyton. What Peyton set like offensive football back like 50 years with this performance. What was it, 90-some yards? Yeah, or 79.
I'm guessing the competition.
It wasn't a win. It wasn't a win. 17th ranked, I believe Washington State or something along those lines. So I'll give him a little bit of that. But no, Arch on just like a throw-by-throw basis, like you saw why everyone is just getting pumped up and excited for it. Now, in terms of the total capacity of the game, I do feel like they went a little conservative after a while. It does feel like they even treated ULM like a little bit of a practice rep in itself because I don't know, would they be so willing to just air it out if it was a Georgia, right? If it was a more competitive game, right? I think they looked at UM and like, okay, like if we're going to try some things, if we're going to take some deep shots, it's going to be against this level of competition.
Yeah, no.
I mean, I'll just say this. I mean, we have seen this a lot. You've seen it. All these games, they're very conservative because you don't want to place certain things on tape for those other. Nothing against ULM. You got your paycheck. That's 4 consecutive home games, by the way, with 50-plus points.
No doubt.
ULM, if you looked at them, they did play pretty well considering what they have on the field. But what my whole point is, you don't want certain things on tape.
Yeah.
For the other programs.
Yeah.
Like with even Mississippi State, who's struggling.
Right.
We don't know what Mississippi State team's coming here.
No, and I think it's crazy that, we've been waiting this whole time for life in the SEC, and it's really skewed this year for Texas because of just that favorable schedule draw. When you're looking at a Mississippi State team that comes in, I think they're a 35-point dog.
I would have never guessed that.
And they have had some ugly L's already. And so here's the weirdness of this. You're going into the SEC. This is supposed to be, all right, now it's time. And I think Sark is still, he's going to be able to rest Quinn if everything is just not perfect for Quinn. Let Arch have another rep at this thing. But he's also still building depth for the long haul. All these 2s and even 3s that are coming out and showing out. He's in that really enviable position of because some other SEC coaches, Alabama's playing Georgia.
This week already.
Right. And Texas is messing around with Mississippi State. It gives him some leeway to tinker.
What did he say? Did Sark tell you guys after the game that they played 54 guys in the first half?
Oh, yeah. No,
the Longhorns?
And he's had that number throughout.
I think that's right.
Throughout all these games. They've won by a combined 190 to 22. They are dominating, and they're not just dominating with their 1s, but also their 2s, and then even he gets into the 3. Like, this is what the plan was, and it's all working out. And
they're dominating with a walk-on from the L.C. Anderson High School, Colin Page.
Yeah.
Shout out to C. Page on the reps he's received late in the games. I have no idea why I'm doing this.
For the day ones, the diehards, the first-timers, the old-timers, for all the rivalry matches, buzzer beaters, and come-from-behind miracles. It's not just stats and wins and losses, it's the moments, the shots you can't believe went in, the times you can't do anything but believe. And it's all streaming right here on your connected TV anytime on Fox Local.
The Sports Office, streaming anytime on Fox Local.